It's time to bring you the Joy Business van. Now, Yaba Minta decided last year she would start making fresh juices. What she thought was going to be something small for just family and close friends has now become a flourishing business, and she's already thinking of going global. Ya is the owner of fresh juice startup Mekwa's Fresh Squeeze, and she's our featured tonight on the Joy Business van.
It sounds easy, doesn't it? A fresh juice business. Get your fruits, squeeze and bottle them. Not quite. There are many other things to think about, and I discovered that at Mekwa's Fresh Squeeze, a fresh juice startup owned by Yaba Minta.
Hi.
Hello there.
First, I get a tour of a production facility.
This is the 30-liter blender. It crushes all the fruits into juices before we sieve them.
Okay.
Yeah. And these are industrial blenders, orange juices, and our fruit extractor.
So depending on what fruit you are...
Yes. Basically, yeah, we use it for those who want light juices. Most people don't want their juice very thick, so you use it, you get the juice very light.
Okay.
Yes.
And we head next to the fridge.
Yes.
All these equipment in her kitchen transformed into a juice factory, producing thousands of bottles of fresh juice. And to think it was not exactly one of her life ambitions.
The brain behind it was my daughter. She got sick, I think in 2016 December. Her tummy was hurting so bad, so we took her to the doctor. And the doctor said the stomach was sore and all sorts of things, so we should stop the fizzy drinks and start with natural fruit chops for her to be taken for some time. So we came home after her admission for about 2 weeks. We came home well, then I will start by introducing her to fruit juices. I'll do then I'll ask her, taste it, do you like the taste? Then she'll say no. I'll do some and she'll say, okay, this is really nice. I want to be taking this one to school every day. So we started by doing that.
Ya then began to make a little more for family and close friends. An unfortunate incident, however, triggered production on a larger scale. She lost her husband, and Ya, who was then running a boutique, had to fend for her family.
It became difficult. It became very difficult because the boutique, it was basically crediting and living your life and a kid, your life or your daughter's life on crediting stuff to people wasn't going to be the best. So I decided that, okay, let me do this. Since this, I have customers and people who buy it even daily and weekly basis. I can add it to it.
Ya had to sit back and strategize on how to create a marketable fresh juice brand. A year on, it appears she succeeded. Today, she's unable to keep track of the bottles of fresh juice she produces. She supplies for top hotels and sets out for social and corporate events. As simple as it may seem, Ya and her team go through a lot, from getting fresh fruits to processing, packaging, storage and distribution. What keeps Mekwa's ahead of the market is its unique taste and fruit juice recipes, about 12 varieties in all. It can be challenging though.
So our main challenge now is the power outages. You be in the middle of production, then poof, the power goes off. Then you have a timeline to meet, especially with the hotels. They need it for their breakfast, and you can't go and tell them, give them excuses. Yes, otherwise you're going to lose your contract and all that. So it's a major challenge now, and funds to also expand. When normally it's a startup, banks are scared to really invest and give you that huge amount, or an investor is afraid to give in bigger money, not knowing the next step.
Fruits are easily perishable, and fresh juices have a shorter shelf life. That means Ya and her team have to be proactive in marketing, and social media has been very helpful, catching the attention of celebrities. She tells me she is fulfilled.
And the feedback we get from our clients, it's super. It's something to boast of. So you are there and you get a call. I tasted the juice from this social person and it was really nice. I want to order. That gives us like the strength and all that to push ahead and do it better each time. Yeah.
Ya is currently supported by her family in production, but she has a bigger vision for Mequats to build a global brand.
We are working hard to be the best in the juice industry, both locally and internationally. We want Mequat to be recognized on all shelves within Africa, outside Africa. Like you go to everywhere you meet Mequat fruit juice. That is our vision in long term. Yeah.
And while your business idea doesn't have to be sophisticated, and Ya is proof of that. Join us next week, same time for another edition of the Joy Business.